The Italian Wine Podcast is the community-driven platform for Italian wine geeks around the world. Support the show by donating at italianwinepodcast.com. Donate €5 or more and we'll send you a copy of our latest book, My Italian Grape Geek Journal, absolutely free. To get your free copy of My Italian Grape Geek Journal, click Support Us at italianwinepodcast.com or wherever you get your pods. Grazie mille.
For all the super wine geeks out there, we have a special new series dedicated to you. We are reading excerpts from our new edition of Italian Wine Unplugged 2.0. Wine lovers, tune in for your weekly fix only on Italian Wine Podcast. If you want to own a copy of this new must-read Italian wine textbook, just go to Amazon.com or visit us at mamajumboshrimp.com.
Frappato. Description: native to the southeastern part of Sicily near Vittoria and Syracuse. As an offspring of Sangiovese, it has characteristic pale color due to an unstable oscillated anthocyanins pionin and malvin, which lose color post-fermentation. Siblings include Gaglioppo, Nerello Mascalese, Perricone, and Sussumaniello. This grape is mainly a blending partner up to 40% to Nero d'Avola in Sicily's only DOCG, Cerasuolo di Vittoria. It also contributes up to 90% of the blend in Eloro DOC with Nero d'Avola and Perricone, providing a delicate contrast to Nero d'Avola's boldness. It is paler, fruitier, and less tannic with less alcohol potential. In the vineyard, plantings in Sicily are even less than Nerello Mascalese 2%. Prefers hot and dry growing conditions like the terra rossa soil, sandy calcareous red tinged, limestone and silica with grain drainage and drier conditions. Compactness can make the grapes more susceptible to oidium, gray mold, and downy mildew. Cooler settings generate lighter color and more mineral notes, while warmer vineyards create richer, darker, more structured wine. Guyot training is more common. Frappato can be quite reductive and requires pumping and oxygen exposure in the vinification process. In the glass, this is a joyful, fresh, semi-aromatic red fruit-driven pomegranate, cherry, strawberry, macchia, floral, violets, roses, geranium, wine that benefits from light chill. Bright medium plus to high acidity, soft, low tannins, refreshing finish. Drink young, can be drunk chilled. Specific styles: dry, still, pale ruby, or rosato. At the table, due to low tannins and astringency, wines can ideally be paired with aperitivi. Fish dishes, vegetable couscous, roasted vegetables and poultry, such as chicken or turkey, are also complementary. Associated regions and DOPs: Cerasuolo di Vittoria, DOCG, Vittoria, DOC. Benchmark producers: Cos, Donna Fugata, Il Frappato, Occhi Pinti, Planeta. Freisa. Description: Freisa was historically very popular in Piedmont. However, it fell out of fashion over time, and plantings declined as producers replanted with other varieties. The name comes from the Latin fresia, which means strawberry, and refers to the strawberry aromas of wine produced with this grape. Freisa is an offspring of Nebbiolo, giving it a half-sibling relationship with many Piedmontese wine grape varieties, including Vespolina, Brugnola, Bubbierasco, Nebbiolo Rosé, and Negretta. In the vineyard, because Freisa is easy to grow, very productive, and disease-resistant, it is often planted on the poorest vineyard sites and forced to yield high quantities, often with unripe grapes. Late ripening with blue-black grapes, it does best on sandy soil, especially near Chieri. Picking later in October allows time for the grapes to fully ripen. In the glass. Usually vinified as a single varietal. Freisa produces wines that are pale ruby and light-bodied in general. It can be rustic and reductive. However, as it opens, Freisa presents strong aromas of strawberry and can develop scents of rose, tobacco, and violets. The wine is typically tannic and acidic, with flavors of crunchy strawberry and sour cherry on the palate. Unripe tannins can be bitter and harsh, but when fully ripe, the wines can be age-worthy.
Coming back to America, Vinitaly International Academy, the ultimate Italian wine qualification will be held in New York City from 4 to 6 March 2024. Have you got what it takes to become the next Italian wine ambassador? Find out at vinitaly.com.
Specific styles. Usually dry and still, but can be vinified lightly sparkling. Producers can opt to manage Freisa's high tannins by producing frizzante, lightly fizzy wines, using CO2 to neutralize the tannic mouthfeel. Some producers prefer to leave a small amount of residual sugar to combat the tannin and acidity. In modern times, new technologies such as temperature control and the availability of oak barrels has made it easier to vinify Freisa as a dry red wine without overpowering tannin and acidity. At the table, pairs well with veal meatballs, rich fish stews, lasagna, and lamb. Associated regions and DOPs. Piedmont, Freisa d'Asti DOC, Langhe DOC, Freisa, Piemonte DOC Freisa, can occur in Veneto. Benchmark producers: Cascina Gilli, Stella, La Montagnetta. Fumin. Description: planted exclusively in the central valley of Aosta Valley. Its name is attributed to the root word fumo, or smoke, due to the generous dusty bloom on mature grape berries and perhaps the smoky flavors it demonstrates with age. Its role had been primarily as a blending grape, contributing color and body to Petit Rouge. It was in decline and at risk of fading into viticultural obscurity before producers took the bold decision to produce this high-quality grape in a monovarietal bottling in the 1990s. In the vineyard, resilient and disease-resistant alpine grape, late budding and earlier ripening, hardy in winter temperatures and dry climates. It has fairly compact cylindrical small-medium bunches, winched upper sides, and small-medium berries. The vineyard challenge is its thin skin and susceptibility to sunburn that requires careful canopy management. Guillot training is more prevalent now than the traditional low pergola. The Aosta Valley, in which the Dora Baltea River flows eastward from Monte Bianco, was carved out by receding glaciers, leaving glacier moraine, alluvial gravel sand with pockets of schist and limestone. The steep slopes, up to 70 degrees, have dry stone terraces at 600-650 meters above sea level. Producers use both sides of the river valley, and the northeastern exposure can offer less potential for sun damage for this thin-skinned grape. Some growers harvest exclusively by hand. In the glass, deep ruby color with hints of purple. Complex and intense aromas and flavors of ripe and dried red fruits, smokiness, spiciness, such as pepper, licorice, vanilla, soft leather, cloves, graphite, and alpine flowers, develop with age. Smooth tannins with a juicy finish. Vinification with dried grapes may yield a creamier texture. Specific styles: dry, still. Potential for high acidity, moderate to high tannins, and high color flavor extracts. Most producers use stainless steel fermentation and minimum 1 year wood aging to temper the acidity and tannins. As a winemaking style, a small percentage of dry grapes is optional. Some producers, such as Grosjean, blend with 10% Shiraz. Benefits from bottle age and storage for 7 to 10 years. At the table, soft cheeses in chunks or as traditional fondue, salami, fegato di vitello alla paisan, calf liver, carbonade, rich dried salted beef stew, and pork. Associated regions and DOPs. Valle d'Aosta, DOC, Fumin. Benchmark producers. Les Crêtes, Grosjean, Château, Feuillet.
Listen to the Italian Wine Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Himalaya FM, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinePodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. Until next time, Cin Cin.